Yo ho, a pirate's life for me. Ahoy there, Interblops. This is your unsinkable privateer, and today we'll be playing a Genesis thing called Seas Havoc. Published by Data East in 1993, HSH is known in the Europes as Captain Havoc, and in Japan as Captain Lang. Beyond that, I know very little about it. Finding a Genesis game I've never so much as sampled is actually kind of difficult. The 16-bit generation comprised some of my most intensive gaming years, and between my allowance, a wonderfully diverse rental shop, and trades with school friends, I had a pretty comprehensive experience of its library for a teenager. That said, a few games did slip through the cracks, and this was one of them. I do remember seeing a few screenshots of Havoc in magazines of the day, and thinking it looked decent enough. However, if memory serves, there was something of a glut of mascot platformers at the time, and I just never got around to it. Well, better Nate than Lever, and like the Dog Island before it, I'm going into Seas Havoc blind. No idea what to expect in terms of difficulty, so no guarantees I'll be able to finish the game, but by thunder it'll know it's been in a fight. So hoist the mainsail and keep a weather eye open as we set sail for Seas Havoc. Sega! But the logo isn't animated. That's unusual. See, Data East gets an animated logo. Very unfair. Emeralda, a legendary gem with magical powers, strong enough to oh shit, I gotta be fast. It was the evil pirate scoundrel Bernardo who first recognized Emeralda's magic. And he set out to find the secret map that led to Emeralda's whereabouts. Meanwhile, our hero Havoc was living in peace and roaming the seas with his sidekick Tide, unaware of Bernardo's evil scheme. One day, the two came across a young maiden washed up on the shore.
Ma'am, are you okay?
After a while, the girl opened her eyes.
Oh, my name is Bridget. This map is very important. You must protect it and keep it from Bernardo. Please help me. Don't worry, you can count on us, ma'am.
The two took the map and hid it in a cave high in the cliffs. As the days went by, Bridget slowly recovered and the three became fast friends, that is, until one of Bernardo's henchmen discovered them. Under the cover of night, he kidnapped Bridget and Tide and took them away to Bernardo's hideout. It's up to Havoc to save them. Havoc to the rescue!
Oh yeah!
Well, there we have it. Seas Havoc and a rather nice little cloud effect on the opening screen. And this is as far as I've seen, folks. I let it go this long before to get a screenshot of the opener, and beyond that, this is all going to be a mystery. But we will unravel it together. Game start, options, and orchestra. That's got to be a sound test, but it's a rather extravagant way of putting it. Let's see what options we have. Wow, not very many at all. Got easy, expert, hard, and normal. Well, normal's a good place to start, but like I said, I don't know what the difficulty of this game is going to be like, so I could be signing my death warrant here. That is just sound effects, I assume. Yep. And just to satisfy my curiosity, let's roll on down to orchestra and see if it is in fact a sound test. Which it appears to be, but I'll be damned, it actually is an orchestra. Well, full marks for going the extra mile there, I guess. Yep, sound test. Oh, by the way, at least according to the Wikipedia entry for this game, Havoc is supposed to be a seal, which I would never have guessed to look at him. To me, he looks like a turtle, and I suppose there's no visible shell, but, you know, maybe there could be one under his clothes. Anyway, that was why I was kind of rolling with a semi-Bentley voice there. Yeah, I guess that's about all there is to be seen here. No button configuration in the options. Hopefully that will not be a bad thing. Let's get on with it. And we begin at Cape Sealf. Well, there's that seal thing again, although I'm still not seeing it. Looking at the top, we've got our score, we've got a timer. I don't know if that will eventually kill me. And next to the heart in the upper right, I am assuming is my health. Oh, we've got momentum. Yep, we've definitely got stopping momentum. Actually feels quite a bit like the early Sonic games. Okay, C is jump. B is also jump. A is also jump. I am beginning to see why there was no button configuration. Do we have a double jump? Oh, we're Terry Bogard. Crack shoot! And I see below our score we have a pickup kind of thing there, the diamond sign. How do I open it? Oh, okay. Just jump on top. I'm going to assume that when I get 50 or whatever of those diamonds, it's going to give me an extra life, because this is a 16-bit mascot platformer. Okay, I can hop and bop enemies, good to know. Explosives, I'm going to assume those are no good for me. I have no idea what that was that I just picked up, looked like some kind of trophy. And there we have... looks like some treasure. Some poor quality vocal samples, which is just fine by me. It is, once again, a 16-bit mascot platformer. That, I'm assuming, is a checkpoint. Oh wow, when did I get to Strider? Well, so far this doesn't seem too egregious. Takes a little bit of quickness with the reactions, with the things it's throwing at me, like the Strider Hill and the boulders and what have you, but so far so good. Oh, and my pickups are 22. I thought I had more than that. Did they already roll over on me without me seeing? Oh, shit. And that is indeed my health in the upper right. I can now confirm is the word I was looking for there. Oh, shit. Gotta get used to those explosives being actual things. They just look a little bit like part of the scenery, and I am kind of sleeping on them. Yeah, I have to say, Blue Animal and all, this is feeling quite a bit like a certain hedgehog. Although Havoc doesn't seem to go nearly as fast if you give him a running start, but the momentum thing and what have you. And what is that in the lava? I think this might go poorly for me, but... oh! Alright, trampoline. Good to know. Gradually I am getting the hang of this, although to be fair, there's not all that much to get the hang of. Fairly straight platformer. So far any... oh, shit! Well, there's my first death. I have lost all my shinies. I was getting up to 100 and was looking forward to see if it was going to do the extra life thing. But that was not in the cards. Well, let's go ahead and replenish our stash then. And it is valuable to know that the collectibles get reset if I die. You'll have to have a caution about that. And I will not always be so obsessive-compulsive about grabbing them all, I'm sure, but I am still kind of feeling this game out. There, the shoes... oh, okay, the shoes do in fact speed me up a little... hello! Ah, Hidden Spring. Very Sonic indeed. Oh, so I was saying, yes, that the shoes are indeed a speed-up. I'm guessing I can use this to bounce onto the one to the right. I think I saw a balancing edge of a platform animation there. I'll take a look at that in a moment. Yep, this is about as 16-bit action platformer as you can possibly get. Damn it. But you know, I'm okay with that. I haven't played a whole lot of games like this lately. Yes, Captain Havoc, I think it's perfectly reasonable to look kind of disgruntled at me. Now we are on the pirate ship, and is this an auto-scroll already? Nope, looks like it isn't. And I thank my... Yeah. Oh, what the... Okay, looks like I mash out of that, I think. Unless I just spent the requisite amount of time in it. Again, I'm still very much... Oh, okay. I get a little bit of extra hitbox when I do the flash kick. And we can do the... Well, I was going to say we can do the look up thing there, but it doesn't seem to actually move the camera any. Yeah, while this is kind of unremarkable so far, it seems perfectly competent. Oh, hello. I was trying to jump down from this platform there, but down and jump appears to be a dodge roll. That could come in handy, I'm sure. But what was I saying? Things keep surprising me and interrupting me, which I guess is what's going to happen when you're going into a game blind. I believe it was something about... Oh yes, this has decent enough graphics. Control, the momentum takes a little bit of getting used to, but overall it seems like a perfectly competent, if somewhat generic platformer, which is, funnily enough, exactly the impression I got of it looking in those magazines back in the day. Yeah, it doesn't look like I can actually move the camera with my ups and downs at all. Which does not entirely thrill me, because that could mean I'm perhaps going to make a fair number of blind jumps and falls. Oh, and I still haven't been watching my pickups to see if it does the 100 thing or not. I'm assuming since it's a double-digit counter and it keeps resetting itself, I'm thinking that's what's happening. That is what is happening. My enunciation and pronunciation are as good as ever. Nice little injury animations it has for the various types of injury, the barrel falling on your head and whatnot. Looks like we've got a boss fight. Crack shoot! Okay, the head bop does not seem to actually harm him. The flash kick on the other hand. So I'm learning what it's important for. And yet another Sonic likeness. This seems to be your kind of bog standard Stage 1 Robotnik fight. Boss who really doesn't do much. Oh, can't do the flash kick on the way down. And I've gone and made an idiot of myself. And I am checkpointed at the boss fight, which does not go unappreciated at all. I do apologize if my commentary has been kind of disjointed and reactive thus far. I just don't really know what I'm doing, and I'm still feeling this out a little. Oh, I can do the flash kick on my way down. I just have to be careful of my range, I guess. If I do it too close to the ground, it doesn't work, maybe? No, it still works. It just doesn't come out completely. Okay, he does speed up. Damn it! Okay, hitbox is a little particular. We live, we learn. Alright, there is absolutely no reason I should be having this much trouble. I mean, I'm not exactly an old hand at high Seas Havoc at this point, but this is pretty much platforming boss fight 101. Then again, as I think I mentioned earlier, it's been a while since I played a game like this, so I'm gonna have to shake off the rust. And hope that I am not screwing myself by losing so many lives this early in the game and not building up a stockpile. Okay, I think I might be finding the groove here. Takes a surprising amount of hits for a first boss fight. Now, was that Bernardo? I'm not entirely sure. If so, he kinda went down like a chump. Otarushin. Don't know what that means. What the hell is wrong with your foot, dude? Ah. Ah, the shoes, because we all know the thing I need most is to go barreling into things at unsafe speeds when I don't really know what I'm doing. Well, I know what I'm doing at this point, but I don't really know the level layouts. But I do feel like a little bit at a time I am getting a little handier at this. Oh, I see. I didn't notice it at first, but when I pick up one of those treasures, my diamonds increase by a certain amount, which I didn't quite catch. And there was a little one-up doll there. Yeah, I'm making up a little for my previous, shall we say, inadequacies at the boss fight. I still don't know what the hell is up with that mouse's foot. Is this supposed to be like a peg leg joke, only he just has a giant foot? It is a mystery, at least to myself. Ah! Damn it, Havoc. Do what I mean. Do all the mice in Havoc's world just come with bizarre expanding limbs? That appears to be the case. Wow. Yeah, I probably shouldn't have figured that I... Okay, spikes are either lots of damage or insta-death. This comes as no great surprise, but it is good to know. Ooh, I wonder if that dodge roll can actually harm things. I'll have to try that. Anyway, as I was saying, I really shouldn't have assumed I'd be able to jump on the... No! Oh! Okay, this is really Sonic-like. Okay, the dodge roll does not harm enemies. Once again, we live, we learn, and we try not to die again in a stupid way here. And what I was trying to say before all the deaths started happening... Damn it. Ah! Okay, the fire burns the boat. Fire burns the boat. Important safety tip. And what I keep being interrupted when I try to say is that the platforming has actually gotten fairly precise for such an early stage of the game. These tiny little pilings I have to hop on. Thought for a moment there the little barrel piling type of thing was going to dump me straight onto the spikes, but this game isn't that mean yet. Yet. I do like that parallax effect on the stars above me, although it, in keeping with the Sonic theme, definitely invites comparison to Starlight Zone. But yeah, as poor a showing as I'm making, I'm pretty cool with this game. It is not too bad at all. Just takes a little getting used to because you're not real fast, but you have a pretty good amount of momentum. Like, I'm gonna tell you when I stop. Stopped. Yeah, I keep going another couple body lengths. Am I actually under the water now? Well, given the ripple effect and the seaweed, I guess I am. Also, the fish might have some further indication of that. The game seems to be a big fan of handing me pair after pair of shoes, and I really wish it were that easy in real life. Because I have very oddly shaped feet and usually need a special order of one kind or another. Correct shoot! Okay, do not fuck with the shark. Lesson learned. Two hits, though. If I have to take them out, I now know. That was sadistic, but enjoyable. Oh, shit. Remember, you are playing a very Sonic-inspired platformer here. Things will drop out from under you at the slightest notice. I'm just glad that being underwater doesn't work like it does in Sonic. Otherwise, we would have terrifying music followed by a drowning death. But a clam death is bad enough. Looked like there were some goodies possibly over there, so let's try that again without all the dying. Oh, can't hurt it that way. Crack shoot works though, good to know. And knowing I died just seconds away from a full health restore, yeah, that doesn't make a body feel good. Okay, I don't have to go around the long way. I appreciate that. If I have one significant complaint about this game, thus far, it's that I really wish the camera moved a little more ahead of me. Because I feel like I'm kind of running into things every now and again. And things coming up behind me isn't as much of a threat as running into things in front of me, so I wouldn't miss the reduced view behind me. There's really no reason I should be making an effort to kill all the enemies I encounter. That's really just going to get me more in trouble than anything. But I'm feeling murderous today. Seems like I can get some height by jumping on top of the clams, even if I can't hurt them that way. That might be a way the game expects me to use to get to hidden things. If it is, though, I don't know how much I can actually be bothered. Still, if there are any one-ups or health restorers up there to the left, Lord knows I could use them. That timer worries me just a bit, though. Ah! One more try, and then we're proceeding to the right. But as I was saying, the timer worries me a little just because I don't know... Ah, screw it. I don't know at what point, if any, the timer causes death. Walking into enemies, though, that causes death immediately. Yeah, can I bounce? No, every time I bounce on him, he falls down, so that's not going to work out. I also just noticed I have no more lives. Will there be continues? We can only hope so. But if not, I suppose we can always write this off as a learning experience. Sigh. Well, isn't that cute? Havoc also seems very annoyed at me. I can't blame him. Well, we get at least one continue. That is yet another thing I'm pleased to know about. Whether they are unlimited, or whether I have just used one out of a set, or I've used my only one, I could not tell you. That is the fun and excitement of blind LPs. And it appears the penalty for a continue is that it will take you back to the beginning of the stage, not your last checkpoint, which is, like so much about this game, fairly standard stuff for the time and the genre. Slowly but surely, I do feel like I am gaining a bit of mastery over this game's mechanics. I'm not completely hip to my exact jump lengths, or a little bit of momentum. Well, actually the momentum I think I am more or less to grips with, because, as mentioned, it feels very much like Sonic's slower speeds. But yeah, how exactly my jumps work, how exactly the crack shoot works, these are things that I'm still working on a little bit. Okay, can't die here, this is a meat. And you know, I haven't been paying as much attention to it as I should be, but just listening to it as I kind of bumble along here, the music in this is pretty okay. Certainly not as catchy as... I keep using this comparison, but really it was kind of the defining Genesis platformer. Certainly not as catchy as what you'd find in a Sonic, but perfectly pleasant. Ah. Really, I think my greatest foe in this game is my own carelessness, which I am demonstrating in no small quantity. Ooh, 1-up. Oh, come on, that was a hit. Okay. Oh, and then they immediately throw at me another clam, and I immediately shame myself once more. Gotta find those platformer legs again. And I'll just bet they will not put that one up again to let me do a loop of it. I will just bet that's not going to happen. You know what rhymes with clam? Damn. And it occurs to me, I still have not ascertained whether the deal with those diamonds is a 1-up or not. Got to pay more attention to that counter. And the 1-up was down here, was it not? And I'm noticing something, I think. Oh, I can do a 1-up loop here. Very good. I'm noticing, as I was saying, that it helps if you activate the crack chute a little earlier than you need to, because it takes just a second to come out, and if you do it just a little ahead of where you think you might have to, that will do wonders for the accuracy. And while not as merciful as the Sonic Ring system, they do at least let you take a couple of hits in this. Not a massive number, and they can kind of chain up on you. But that said, I appreciate the thought. I kinda wish I could do the dodge roll from a running start, but I guess they didn't want to make this too Sonic-like. Oh shit. Okay, decent checkpoint. Couple of lives. I won't have a couple of lives left if I keep doing that. Okay, this part again. Ah! You know, I've kind of been hoping I would only use save states to advance from one episode to the next. But if things keep going at this rate, you may end up seeing a little bit of save state abuse, for which I do greatly apologize if things take that route. But I'm not ready to be that shameless quite yet. Now, if I'm just a little more careful about where I advance, these gum chewers, bubble blowers. No! Oh, thought I was dead there for sure. Alright. That section was a little bit nerve-wracking, but however many tries that was it third? Well, whatever tries a charm. I don't trust you, High Seas Havoc. When there's nothing in front of me, I'm waiting for the shit to hit the fan. Oh, boss fight. Holy shit. Alright, can I... Oh. Can I flash kick you? That doesn't seem to have worked. Alright, haven't really figured out the hitbox here yet, and as I am on my last life and would probably get kicked back to the beginning of the stage if I die again, we don't have a whole lot of time here to learn. Oh, I can see his shadow. Okay, I didn't realize that immediately. Knowing where he's going to come down. That is very helpful. Oh shit. But he has a ground level jump. I'm starting to think what I need to do is use his gum to get a little extra height and either flash kick him in the head or bounce on his head. But you know, the density of his, oh dear. Okay, I did get a flash kick at head level there, so that does appear to be his weakness. Just really gotta be careful about when and where I do it. Ah! Alright, please let me continue with the boss fight. Throw me a bone here, Havoc. And you know, I was saying that like I expected it would, but I didn't actually know it was going to let me to continue again, and I am glad it did, but it did kick me back to the beginning of the stage. So, hang tight, I will cut back in when I get to the boss again, and hopefully at this point I will have learned enough of its habits that I can get it on the next try. Okay, I think I'm right about the boss fight point again, so let me collect my thoughts here. Oh, that's a cute pause animation. First point of order is that I used another continue on my way here, and that would make 3 continues. Since there is often a rule of 3 continues in games like this, that makes me a little nervous, but we will press on nonetheless. The other thing is that if Havoc falls on the non-instant death kind of spikes, like the spears that pop out of the ground, he has a hurt animation that makes it look like he's been punctured and water is leaking out of his butt. At least that's what it looks like to me. That's kind of weird. Anyway, on to boss fight. Attempt number 2 in terms of continues, not in terms of lives, and I immediately got myself hurt by not realizing he was going to land that close. Yeah, that shadow is very helpful. Otherwise I would have no clue where he's coming down. I am glad I eventually noticed that. Ugh. Those smaller sideways jumps of his are kind of difficult to deal with. I have yet to determine whether I need to bounce over him or go under him when he does that. Oh, that might be a good use for the dodge roll. I haven't really found a great use for that yet, so that might be the one I've been looking for. Anyway, the gum is easy enough. We can just crack shoot that out of the way. As you probably noticed, you do get stunned a little bit when he hits the ground, a la Gutsman, but it's not too bad, really. Okay, if I just land on his fist... If I just land on his fist, then it just makes a clink and I kind of bounce off. I do have to hit the head directly. And it looks like the best opportunity to do that is right after he lands from one of his big jumps and hasn't really gotten rolling on his next attack pattern yet. No, and if I'm off the ground, I can indeed avoid the earthquake stun, so that is good to know. Is he going to do his side hop now? Yes, he will. No, the dodge roll is completely inadequate for that. And I am now at the very end of my health, so let's hope he is getting close to the end of his. Careful of the gum. A lot of gum-chewing pirates in this game. That was a stereotype I was not aware of. Yep, you do the big jump. I can deal with the big jump. It's the little jump that I haven't figured out yet. And how many hits are you going to take? Oh, shit. Oh, sweet. Can I go now? Very good. Burning Hamlet. The Dane won't be pleased by that. Oh dear. I think we might have a chase coming up. And you know what? I just don't have that in me right now, and I think this episode has gone on long enough. Well, I keep losing my train of thought and dying in repeated and embarrassing ways, but hopefully you are enjoying my misfortune so far, and for all it is kicking my ass, I'm really kind of digging this game. It's decently put together. Nothing revolutionary, but fairly okay little Sonic semi-clone. And we will continue that fairly soon. I think the next thing that goes up will probably be another Tokyo Jungle Omake, but we will be returning to High Seas Havoc fairly soon, and I hope you will join me then. Thank you for watching, and enjoy the rest of your weekend. Today's many dead seals on a dead seal's chest have been brought to you by Justin Carpenter, Nolden, Zangamarth, Charlie Dunst, Anonymous Benefactor, John Madigan, Sanguine Games, Misha Van Doren, Frank Grizzy, Tim J., Lolo De Puzzlo, Joshua C. Ritchie, Jared C. Rice, Sonic Rose, EX Potemkin, Alicia Goranson, Mikazaurus, DG Jono, Doug Russell, August Fortnite, Patrick Bellinger, Rob Lyons, Andy Kurland, Jerogue, Martin Schowenmakers, Mayo the Hedgefox, Hildegard Argomach, and the rest of the hearty crew. Thank you all for your pieces of 8, and thank you all subscribers, commenters, and those of you just along for the voyage. Always a pleasure having you aboard, and I hope to see you again real soon. Till then, don't take any wooden doubloons.